Hi, and welcome to the Bad and Bougie Moms podcast show. My name is Britt. I am the creator and host of the show. And on today's episode, we have Miss Rachel Cooper. So Rachel is an SRN who left the nursing field behind to become a wellness and life coach. Through her own physical and mental health journey, she grew a passion for helping other women through their own. Since becoming a mom herself, her coaching service has been geared towards guiding other moms to focus on priorities outside of their children. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please make sure you leave a comment. Of course, you like us on any of the platforms you listen to us on, and let me know your thoughts. Hi, thank you for listening to the BBM podcast. On today's episode, I have Miss Rachel. Hi, Rachel. How are you?
I am well, and yourself?
I'm good. So Rachel is an SRN, that I shouldn't be cussing on Sunday, Lord forgive me. A SRN, but turned wellness coach, correct? Wellness life coach.
Yes.
All right, so tell me, how did all this come about? Like, how did you go from being an RN, switching to the wellness, the wellness thing? Like, what happened?
Oh my gosh. Okay, let me try to put this in a nutshell and make it make sense, because that is one question a lot of people ask, like, why did you leave nursing, or how did you get from there to being a coach? Mm-hmm. And I tell people, like, I didn't even want to be a nurse when I was in college. Okay. I was supposed to be going to school for dental hygiene. Okay. And I know this, so yes, the GPA for dental hygiene school was the 3.7. Wow. And I was like, oh no, like as a freshman, that is intimidating. And I was like, oh no, I'm going to apply for something else. So I decided to apply for nursing because it's still in the field of serving and helping people. Right. So went to nursing school, loved it. Not all of it, some of it I hated, but I liked it. I liked what I saw. So once I got into the field, I just felt like, oh, this is not what I want, the rest of my life to be like. There's a lot of pressure. Being a registered nurse, I was working on a floor, taking care of 5 patients. I mean, right. It was so rewarding, but the pressure of it was so exhausting. So while I was working, even before I was working as a nurse, I was working on my own health and fitness journey. So I was trying to lose weight, trying to get in shape. And once I saw my results, I'm like, okay, this is awesome. Maybe I can help other people do this same thing. Right. So I started researching it, and being in Indiana, we are slow. So I didn't even know what a coach was, or if there was such a thing as a wellness coach. So I just kept researching and seeing what was out there, and figured out that yes, it's a real thing. So 6 weeks into working as a nurse, I was like, okay, I can handle this. But the longer I went on, it was like, I'm more into health and fitness now. I'm more into serving women in preventative care. So that's kind of where that shift began to happen. And it took me a couple of years to actually get out of nursing, but I got out, and here I am. You are out. Oh my gosh. So how does it feel? Like, how does it feel waking up in the morning knowing you don't have to be in the hospital, poking people, doing whatever? Some of it I miss. Like, I miss that connection with people and taking care of them and making sure that they're going to be all right to the best of my ability. But I can honestly tell you, I will never go back to the field, just because I was so depressed while I was working as a nurse. I was so depressed, filled with anxiety, crying before, during, after my shift. And I'm like, I can't retire in this. So I can tell you, I am very grateful when I wake up and I know, like, I'm not going back to the field anymore. It's a blessing for sure. Right. And people don't understand, because I remember when I was working in the corporate world, I was an executive assistant for 2 vice presidents. And when I say they were pure assholes, like pure assholes. And it was to the point, like you said, in the car crying, like, I don't want to do this. And it's just like, you get this. You start thinking like, Brittany, you don't have to do this. Like, why are you putting yourself through this? Just work towards what you want to work towards, pray about it, and it will happen. And one time, like, it got to the point one time, I remember telling my husband, I was like, yo, I'm just going to leave. Like, I can't deal. And he was like, if you want to leave, just leave. We'll figure it out. I said, okay. My ass, my note. I'm like, oh, that was none but a word. Wrote out my 2 weeks notes, never looked back. Like, I didn't care. I didn't tell them bye, nothing. Oh, that was the worst job ever. I am dying. I told him after I had my daughter, I was like, you know what? She opened my eyes to so many things, and it was like, sky is the limit. I don't care. I said, I am starting a business like this year. I am leaving nursing, whether I have another job lined up or not. Like, I'm out. I just could not do it anymore. So I feel you.
Right. So tell us about your daughter. Like, how did you find out you was pregnant? Well, of course we know what happened, but we don't want those details. But tell us, like, the day you found out you was pregnant, how did your delivery go? Especially you being a nurse and, have that medical side. Like, tell us everything.
Okay, so mom life. I found out I was pregnant with my daughter while I was working in pediatric home health care.
Oh, wow.
And that was a job that I loved outside of the hospital. So I loved that, but hated the hospital side. Anyway, I was taking care of my little kiddo and I started to feel sick. And I'm like, oh no, like I don't get sick from food. Like something weird is going on. And I kept feeling sick throughout the whole day. I'm like, okay, I think I'm pregnant. I gotta go take a test. So I knew that it had only been like less than a month. I don't know if you've seen my story, but I had endometriosis. So I had surgery to remove an area of that and then got pregnant less than a month later. And I was like, this is not right. So went home, took a test, looked at it. I'm like, oh shit.
There's two lines. Right.
For my husband, I'm like, babe, like something's going on. I need you to come up here. And he was like, what? And I told him, I said, it's positive. And I just remember that moment being like, okay, it wasn't planned. We weren't trying, but it was one of those situations. If it happens, we're cool. But girl, it caught me off guard for sure.
Oh my God! So how was your pregnancy? Being this is your first one,
it was rough. Like I'm still traumatized, and my daughter is 3. The hardest thing I think for me, I had a lot of aches and pains. I had sciatica really bad, so towards the middle of my pregnancy, it was very hard for me to walk. I taught Zumba until I was 30 weeks pregnant and taught until my leg was about to literally fall off. But it was like I could touch my toes to the floor and it would be excruciating pain.
Oh my gosh.
So that on top of the extreme nausea, I had preeclampsia towards the end, blood pressure is 200 over 100. Having that nursing knowledge, like I knew that was stroke level and that was extremely scary to me. So I am traumatized from pregnancy. My daughter was born early. She was born at 35 weeks. So she was a little preemie, but God is good and she's here and all of that is behind me now, but I don't know about having more.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Are y'all deciding to have more kids or this is it? Like since you did have a rough pregnancy, it's like, no, we can't even do it.
My husband really wants more. I am not opposed to more. I feel like I'm at the point where I'm more open to the idea. But my husband is also an entrepreneur, so he has his business. I have mine. I also work part-time in the community as a coach. So we just have a lot going on. So I can't really visualize myself planning it per se, but if it happens, like we are in a good situation, like we wouldn't be upset or anything, it would be fine, but I can't plan that right now.
Right. I understand. So tell me, so are you still doing Zumba right now?
I am. I've been an instructor for actually this year makes 6 years. So I am still teaching. I teach in the schools for staff members, and I also teach at a local studio.
Oh, nice. So how did you get along with the school? Do you actually just teach the staff members just that's it, or do you do kids as well, or how does that go?
So my title in the school system is a wellness coach. So we have a whole district. There's 6 coaches. I'm one of them. I have 11 schools. I believe, under my belt. So I go into the school and provide wellness coaching for the staff members. So this can be teachers, secretaries, janitors, whoever has insurance, I can see them. We host healthy programs for them. We teach fitness classes for them. So it's really like an array of services that we do. But I only do that part-time because, of course, I need time for my family and time for my business as well. So we don't do any work with kiddos. But I do know there are wellness coaches for kids, and we definitely need that around here.
That's still nice. I don't know if we have a program down here in Georgia that allows the staff members, as a wellness thing. It might be on there as far as they can, if they need it, they could go out and seek it and go to another place. But to actually have a wellness coach come into the school, like where they're at, I never heard of that. So that's amazing, to be honest.
Yeah, I have an office like in the high school, and I travel to whoever needs me. We have an appointment. We meet over whatever their chief problem is, and go from there. So it is it's a really good service for them.
Nice. So what are some of the with you having your own business, is there any hardships that you have ran into being a woman of color, like just having to, like, just getting information, or just being able to collaborate with certain people? Have you ever experienced any of that?
Not really, but just speaking to the fact of, being a woman of color, I was talking to my coach, and I'm like, ever since I have been a kid, ever since I can remember, I know that I have been judged for the color of my skin.
Right.
So I've never really had issues, but it's always in the back of my mind, like I love people of all color, but I'm like, how are people viewing me versus, another coach? And I try not to compare, but these thoughts, like, I'm a human, so these thoughts do come into play.
Right.
Like, do people judge me because I am African-American woman? Like, do they think that I'm, maybe not as good of a coach, blah, blah, blah. Like, I have a college education. I got certifications out of this world, so I know my value. Right. But sometimes I just wonder, like, how people perceive me, if that makes sense.
Right. Oh, no, it makes complete sense. We talk about it all the time, especially with my other fellow podcasters. It's just, like, if we brought up, well, this has happened recently to one of them, like, they bring up an idea amongst others and stuff, they'll kind of shun it away, and then like 3-4 weeks later, they come back over the same thing they said, and they think it's like the greatest idea. So it's just crazy. Right. It's crazy how it is, and it's the fact that it's still like that, and it's 2018. Like, you would think that it would be a lot of a different change from back in the 60s, 70s, but it's not, and it's just sad.
And it's almost like kind of intensified in a way because we have access to all of these different areas.
Right.
Like social media and the internet like works at lightning speed. So we are getting more information and more issues about, African American race and racism, prejudice. Like, it's out here. We know it's here. So I think that sometimes just pops into the back of my mind. Like, I wonder what people think about me. Right.
Yeah, just to see, and they'd be like, and I really don't care.
Because my Instagram name is like Rachel Truth Bombs. I literally, I don't care. But I'm like, I'm sure there are people out there who that plays into a factor for them. But it is what it is, and we attract who we attract,
Right. And I think with being an entrepreneur, you have to have tough skin like that, and you have to get to that point, because if you care what everybody thinks about you, you're going to go downhill. Like, because I used to be that way. And then once I got into the entrepreneurship, I just do me. If you like me, like me. If not, then, fuck off. Like, it doesn't even matter. Right. So tell me more about your blog that you have. What's the name of it, and how did that come about?
Okay, so my blog is actually fairly new. It really doesn't have it. It doesn't have a name.
You should name it Rachel Truth.
It's just me on there talking about things like personal development wise. So it does not have a name, but I talk about personal development, like anxiety, depression topics, becoming self-aware, like how to encourage yourself as opposed to relying on others for encouragement. Okay. I have had a Facebook like page for 2 years now. So that was kind of like my blog where I shared my life, shared workouts, shared encouragement there. But I wanted a place where people could come and read what I was talking about. Okay. I'm a big fan of live video, but I was like, some people I'm sure just like to read and need a quick pick-me-up or something like that. So that's how I transitioned and kind of got back to blogging. I used to be a blogger for a university years ago, and I missed it. So I was like, maybe I can just use this as another avenue to connect with women, because everybody doesn't have time or everybody may not want to watch videos. So this is just another way for me to connect with women.
Right. Yeah. I love your videos. They're so upbeat. I wish I could be, I want to get into that avenue, but I'm just not a video person. I get super shy, even though that's so not believable, but trust me, I am. And that's why I'm like, I'd rather stay behind the mic, but the video, it's just so quick to turn it on, do your thing, and then press in. And that's it. Yeah.
Is. You got to get on video, girl. Oh my gosh. I can't even tell you, like, video helped me grow my business so much. Like, people, you know, people want to know what you're about and, like, see you.
Right.
And I remember when I first started, I'm like, I do not want to do this. Like, I feel like I got to get dressed for people.
Right.
It's like, now I will show up as I come. So wig, no wig, like, my workout gear, you know, I'm always in my clothes.
You are, yes.
I'm just laid back.
Okay, you might have gave me the confidence to do it. I'm gonna try it one day. I don't know if it's gonna be this week, but I'm gonna try it one day. Yes, I'm gonna try it one day. I'm gonna shout you out like, "This is for Rachel. Rachel told me to do this." That's so funny. All right, so we're switching gears to parenting, and with you being a fairly new parent with having a 3-year-old, what are some of the things that you guys try to like instill in your daughter as far as just growing up? Because at this point, she's probably to the point where she's like asking a lot of questions and everything.
Right.
Yeah. So what do you and your husband do just to kind of give her a sense of how the real world works outside of y'all bubble at home?
So one thing that I just like see with other parents, they're always telling their kids to be quiet. And I'm like, kids are not made to be quiet. Like, they need to express themselves.
Right.
And they need that human interaction with people outside of their family. So if we're out in the store or whatever, Nyla is like speaking to everybody. Her personality is so vibrant, and she's saying hi, like, how are you? I'm not going to tell Nyla, like, shh, be quiet, don't bother them, whatever. Like, no, I want my 3-year-old, even when she was younger than that, I want her to learn how to interact with people, because she's going to have to do that. Right. That's just one thing, like, I really, really don't understand about parents. Like, why are you silencing your kid? Now, if they're in the grocery store acting a fool, I can understand.
Right.
It's always like our culture is so, don't bother this person, or don't interrupt them. Like, no, we need to teach our kids how to interact with other people outside of like internet,
Right. Yes.
So that's one thing for sure. Like, I try to bring her those experiences and just teaching her that it's okay to be her.
Yes.
Because again, I think that parents try to mold kids too much. And there probably going to be some experienced parents listening to this rolling their eyes, but I'm like, we try to mold these babies too much, and let them be their own person. Let them be expressive. Let them learn. That's how they're going to grow into their person.
Right. Into their personality. And to go back to your point as far as having the kids being able to speak to others and everything, I completely agree. So if you don't know, I have a total of 5 kids, 2 bonus kids. So so my oldest daughter, she's 10, and then my middle son, Mason, he's 7. And there are 2 complete opposites. Like, Kaylin, she's very reserved. Like, if we go out to the store, she's not going to talk to body. Like, she's right up under my kneecap. Like, she's not, Now, Mason will walk off with a stranger if you got some candy. Like, he's that guy. So with them being so total extreme, it was so hard for me to get used to him once he came, because he would just say hi to everybody and just wave and stuff. And then somebody like put their arms out, he would go to them, and I'm like, yo, this is the reason why people have leashes on their kids. So yes, like I understood it.
She doesn't have one, but she's one of those kids too.
Yes. So, but with him being that person, once he got into school age, honestly, he's still that person. Like, all the teachers love him. He gives everybody hugs. Like, he's that guy. He's that dude. If you want to feel good about yourself, you need to talk to Mace. Now, my daughter, you might not want to go talk to her, because she's going to tell you how it is, and she's going to be like, girl, get a grip and move on. And that's it.
That's so cool. I mean, that's a benefit to you, so you can share like your kids' different personalities. Like I was saying, Nyla's so vibrant, and she's just out there. And I don't know if that's just, it's part of her DNA, I'm sure, but I do affirmations with her. Like, I am beautiful. I am strong. Like, I want my daughter to be encouraged from the start to help her grow as she, gets older. So.
Yes. So is your daughter, is she in school now? Like, is she in daycare or anything?
A friend of mine keeps her, so it's not like an official daycare, but it's daycare. And she does have friends over there that are her age.
Oh, okay. Yeah, with my youngest, a 6-month-old, we're starting to get to the point where we're looking at daycares, but I'm just like, I want to wait till he can start talking, to be honest, because I need to know what's going on.
That's why my kid is not in a center now, because every time you look on the news, and I know there are fabulous fabulous daycares out there.
Yes.
But I was like, nope, I'm leaving her with someone that I know, someone that I trust, my friend. And she's still, you know, they do educational stuff. They do little projects and things like that. And she has that friendship there.
Right.
So it's still a wonderful experience.
Right. I completely understand. Like my kids, the two oldest, they only went to home daycares. Like they never went to a daycare in like a building setting. Yeah. So that's all I knew coming from Columbus to Atlanta. So when you're in Atlanta, everybody just have these brick and mortar daycares, and you know they have class ratios. I'm like, no, I need someone who's a grandma who's going to cook my kids pancakes and eggs in the morning. They're going to eat, they're going to take a nap, you know, and it's not like that here. It just moved to the bigger city. So that's why he here with me, so he can get his pancakes and eggs once he's ready.
I don't blame you.
All right, so tell us about more wellness and stuff, but this is going to be more so about you. What is your favorite beauty products that you are using? Like, it could be lotions, you know, skincare, face care, foods. Like, what's your favorite to-do thing?
Okay, well, let's see, girl, because I am so plain Jane. I barely know anything about makeup. But one, like, mascara that I love, because number one, I'm cheap, y'all. So my mascara is Lash Paradise. It's only $8.99 at the beauty store, and it works like phenomenal. It gives you the volume, the length, like, oh my gosh, I love it. And this is coming from somebody who doesn't know a whole lot about makeup.
Okay.
So that, and then as far as like skincare, girl, soap and water, like I don't use any skincare products really.
And your skin looks amazing.
Because I am having, like, I don't know if this is close to 30 breakouts or whatever. But my forehead is starting to break out. So if anybody has recommendations,
please
you gotta let me know.
Right.
And lipstick, because I'm bad with that as well. But Stilla, it's spelled Stilla. It is, it stays on really well, because that was always my fear. Like, oh my gosh, it's going to be on my teeth. And I talk to people face to face.
Right.
But that brand is awesome. Stilla Sheer is my favorite.
I think is that at Target?
I got it from Ulta, the beauty store.
Okay,
so
I think I've seen it. Yeah, I haven't been to Ulta in like forever, but yeah, I think it's at Target. But I've seen that brand before, so I have to try it out, especially if it doesn't run, because that's my whole issue. Like, I like wearing lipsticks like that, but if it runs, I'm like, people ain't gonna tell me, so I need something that's gonna stay.
Yes, and I don't get that. Like, women, tell us if our makeup is jacked. Like, if it's running on our teeth, please tell your friend or a stranger, like, fix that.
Exactly. Like, hey, you need to, you know, do your teeth. Yeah, I'm like, yeah. So, back to that. That's so funny. So, last weekend, I traveled to Texas to go meet a couple of my friends and handle some business. And when I was coming back to Atlanta, I was going through the security little thing, and I forgot to get my socks, because I normally only wear flip-flops when I'm going to in front of the airport, so I forgot my socks or whatever and all that. So I come out, you know, putting my stuff back in the bag, because of course they go through all your crap. And this one lady, she's like, "Oh, sister," of course I don't know. I'm like, "I'm not your sister," but whatever. She's like, "Girl, sister, can I tell you something?" I'm like, "Yeah, like, what's up?" She was like, "Oh, you know what? Maybe you should start wearing socks when you're at the airport, because you don't know what's on the floor." Okay, so I'm gonna tell you, Rachel, one part of me wanted me to say, "Bitch, don't you think I know that? Like, I forgot my socks." You know what I'm saying? But the other part, because she was an elder, I was like, "You know what?" I said, "Thank you so much." I said, "I will make sure I'll do that next time. I really appreciate it." She was like, "Yeah," and then she kept going on and on about how she wear double socks and all this stuff. I'm like, "Girl, I'm just trying to put my belt on." Like, right. Oh, right. So I finished. She walks off. I finished. I'll call on Rashawn or whatever, and I told him about it. He was like, "Well, Brandon, you normally do have socks." I'm like, "That's the thing. I know. I'm super prepared, but this time I was caught slipping, and the fact that she pointed it out, now I'm irritated." Right. So, yeah.
Always give their opinion, like, no matter what.
Exactly. And I'm just like, girl, I'm gonna wash my feet. And, like, I actually went to the bathroom and wiped off my feet after that. It was just, yeah, because like I said, I'm very, very OCD, very, okay, boom, 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 I have on my stuff. And the fact that I left socks, it bothered me. And the fact that she pointed the crap out. I'm like, okay. Right. Whatever.
Put you on Front Street.
Right, exactly. All right, so what advice would you give a mompreneur, since, you know, that is your realm now? What kind of advice would you give, especially to the ones who just want to start out, or who haven't started out, who's just thinking about it?
So, if you are thinking about starting a business, no matter what it is, and you feel like that's your calling, you feel like I have to do this, it keeps you up at night, go for it, because I really was like, how is this going to work? Like, I don't know anything about social media. I don't know anything about like Facebook ads or growing an audience or being an influencer, whatever, but we all have to start somewhere, right? So if you're new to this, I would just say dive in, like research, see what free information is out there. I know that I'm a coach. Yes, I get paid for my services, but there is a lot of starter info that is out there that people don't even, think about. So I would say start to research and see what's out there.
Right.
If you are new and just getting your business off of the ground, and I'm still new. I mean, I've only been in this for 2 years.
Right.
So if you are brand new though, and you're just like, oh, I'm about to give up, because you do have those moments in the beginning, I would just say, like, keep going. Keep going. Even when nobody's liking your stuff, even when nobody is, commenting or sending you emails and messages, things are going to be dry for a while, but you have to keep going. My Facebook following has grown to, I think I might be close to 18,000 on Facebook.
Nice.
And that's in a 2-year period. So right now, everybody is all about this popularity contest. Like, I got to get followers. I got to get likes. You don't need all of that. You just need a core group of people who will rock with you, follow you, and support what you're doing. So definitely that. One more thing as far as like, because this irks me. I see people saying you need like professional pictures to make sure that your business is legit and all of this. But I'm like, girl, my husband's camera broke because he can take pictures. He has a camera. He owns his business now, but he owns a camera for me here and there. But I mostly posted just pictures from my phone. And I think like people believe they have to have this look of like professional pictures all the time and these fancy quotes. Like people don't care about all that anymore. Yes, it's good to look at on Instagram. But people want to see you. People want to see what your lifestyle is like the nitty gritty behind the scenes. That's what they want to see. So drop the perfection topic and just be yourself and share what you love, because that's what's going to draw people to you.
Right. Oh my gosh, girl, you just dropped some gems on them, because I am 100% with you. I tell people, being an entrepreneur, like you said, it's going to be times you want to give up, but it has to be the point that you love what you do so much that you're not going to give up, period, and also you have to be consistent. I tell people that all the time, like the consistency of what you do is what's going to grow your following and what's also going to have people know that you're a reliable person. Like, this is what you do. This is your profession. So it's just weird how people honestly feel like the stuff happened overnight, or if you tell them like, yo, I didn't get paid for like almost 1.5 years while I was doing this, they were like, what? You didn't get paid? No. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's about experience. It's about, and even with the core following, like with the Bad and Bougie Moms, it's just crazy how, like you said, I have that group of people that whatever I put out there, they're going to comment. And I love them to death for that, because if not, then I'll just be talking to myself. But then again, there are some times I'll be talking to myself and I'm just like, all right, whatever. But yeah, go ahead.
People see you no matter, even if people don't like your stuff or whatever, you don't get too many comments on this stuff. People see you, and that consistency is so important. You showing up every day. Like, you can't post on Instagram one time and then not come back for 5 days. Like, that just doesn't work. You have to be there every day so people know, like, oh, I know she's going to have, some truth for me or some inspiration. So they know that they can follow you that way, and then they will become your people. And you were talking about not getting paid. I had people think followers is everything. I had 5,000 followers at one time on Facebook. Girl, making $0.
Right.
Hello.
Like, what's wrong with this? Like, y'all see the difference? Like, come on.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, no, that's just, that's hilarious. Like I said, we talk about this all the time, just like between entrepreneurs and stuff, and it's funny how all of our stories are pretty much similar, especially when you said that, people just want to know what's happening behind the scenes and your daily life. And even though I feel like my life is boring with the chaotic people I have in my house, but for someone else, they're like, girl, how you do it? Like, how you balance it all? I'm like, girl, this is an everyday thing. Like, him, like, my son just breaking out in dance. Like, he does this all the time. Like, that's just him. And they were like, but he's just so amazing. I'm like, all right, he amazing. Like, come on, let's do some more. So, I completely agree. So, let's see, what else I have for you? And I want to let people know this time is my first time actually going with no questions set up. So, this is why I'm just like, okay. Let's see what else. Yes, it's more organic for me. So I think I'm gonna keep trying to do this every single time. Oh, okay. You know what? We could talk about relationships. So, how long have you been married to your husband?
We are still. I feel like we're still newlyweds. Mm-hmm. We have been married just over a year, actually.
Nice. How did y'all meet?
We met in college. Okay. I'm laughing because. Every time I tell this story, I wasn't attracted to him at all. He was just the guy that threw parties for the college crowd in our city and lived in the like apartments I call them dorms, but they're actually apartments. So he was in the building next door. And I would see him like here and there. And I was like, maybe I should get to talk to him, just so I can try to get into the party for free, like get my girls in, whatever.
Right.
And so it started off like that, and we just became friends. We were friends for years before we started dating. So that's where we met in college.
Wow. Oh my gosh. And y'all been married for a year?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, congratulations. That is still kind of new, but hey.
It is. Yes. I know. We're at the beginning stages.
Yeah, but it's a fact that since y'all dated and y'all knew each other like pretty much forever, it doesn't feel new.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Like, I think it was good too. Like, we were friends before, so got to know him in that regard. And then I'm like, okay, I kind of like this dude. Let's see what we can do with this.
Right? Like, yeah, he's kind of cool. I tell people the same thing now, but it's the flip story. My husband or whatever, I saw he liked me. Like, he liked me to the point where he wanted to just pretty much probably have sex with me. But he didn't like me to the point where he was trying to settle down and have a relationship. So every time I say that story, I say, he was just blowing me off, and I'll try to spend time with him, and then he won't call me or text me for like 2 days, and just the simple stuff like they normally do. And he's just like, Brittany, you tell this story and I feel so bad. I said, but you did treat me like a side chick. Like, that's what it was, So he was like, but look who's winning now. Like, you got this now. I'm like, all right. I mean, you got a point, but still, at the beginning, you was not feeling me at all. So silly. Oh my gosh. All right. So what is next for Rachel? What do you see your business in like the next 45 years?
Oh my gosh, girl, next 45 years. So I am all about community and interaction. So if you see my Instagram stories, it's like I'm talking to you because I want people to feel like I'm their best friend. Like in a coaching relationship, no, I'm not supposed to be like your bestie, but I want people to feel that way, like feel that comfortable feeling when they come to any of my social media pages, because I'm all about community. So that's what I'm focused on growing my one-on-one connection, one-on-one coaching services, growing my More Than Mom Society. I don't know if you've seen that, but I have like a life coaching society only for moms. So making that big, like that's my dream right now. Okay. And it has a beautiful start, but I'm like, I just want it to be big. Like everybody knows about the More Than Mom Society. I do want to open a fitness studio at some point. I want to do it before I turn 30. I'm 28, so we'll see. But that has been, everything that I do now, if I would have never been in that situation where I was overweight, like had to lose weight, I wouldn't even be a coach or anything. So I know where I started, and that was in health and fitness. So I just want to give back to the community and serve in that way. So I do want a fitness studio. And yeah, I don't know, like that. You say 4 to 5 years. I'm like, girl, I don't even know. I just know that I want to grow more community, coach more women, and open a studio.
No, and it's funny you say that because I was on one of my people podcasts, Ask Philip, and he asked me that question the other night, and I'm like, I'm just trying to get to tomorrow. Like, what are you talking about?
Sometimes it's like that, like. My kid, every time there's a full moon, I swear, like, and it can't be a coincidence, my kid goes nuts. So she hasn't been sleeping. She's been up till like midnight, like totally out of her character.
Right.
And I'm like, this weekend, I'm just trying to survive. Like, I'm just trying to survive, like, plan my next coaching launch and just make it through the next few days.
Right.
Like, that's where I am. But long term, like, I'm just all about impact. Like, impact, serving women, helping women learn how to build themselves up. Like, that's one of my big things, like teaching people how to build themselves up so they're not relying on other people to do that for them. So that's part of my core mission.
Right. And going back to your weight loss journey, did you gain the weight? Was this after your pregnancy or was this before? And then once you got pregnant, you lost it after that? Like, tell us about your journey, because I'm interested in this.
Yeah, for sure. So before Nyla was even thought of, I was in college, nursing student, studying. So I went to my like regular checkup. My doctor, I'm like, I'm just going to be in and out. And he looks at me, he's like, you need to lose some weight. And I'm like, what? You know, just kind of brushing it off. And he's like, no, your blood pressure is 140/90. So that is, well, back then that was like the standard for pre-hypertension. Now it's lower than that, which is even more scary. And he was like, you have to lose some weight. Like, you need to try to drop 10 pounds. Like, he was this blunt because he's old school. He's like, drop 10 pounds and then come back and see me so we can reassess. And he didn't really tell me like how to do it. So I just kind of started researching on my own. And that's when I started getting into Zumba. My friend was like, well, we both got to lose weight. Like, let's do this together. And I'm like, I don't want to go to this Zumba class, girl. Like, I got to dance in front of people. I'm not down with that. But I went anyway. Girl was huffing and puffing, like about to fall over. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then she asked me to go again. And I'm like, you know, but it's your girlfriend. So you rock with your friends.
Right.
We kept going back and I started falling in love with it. And I'm like, okay, I love this. I think I'm going to get licensed to teach. Next year, got licensed to teach. Next year, got licensed to teach something else. So it's kind of just evolved from that. So I lost like almost 30 pounds like that time around. And then after I had Nyla, I lost almost 40 pounds. So I've done this now 2 times.
I think you're a pro at this point. I would definitely ask you for some help if I ever need it. So,
girl, I am here for you.
All right. So to end our session, we play a game called the Hot Seat. It's 5 random questions. It of course can be about anything. Would you like to play?
I will play. I'm scared, but I will play.
You should be scared. You should be very frightened.
Okay, maybe I need to take my words back. No, I'm good. Let's play.
All right. So the first question is, who was the first person you ever kissed? And what age?
Oh my gosh. I was in like first grade. One of my friends that we're still friends today. But I don't know. I liked him. I guess he kind of liked me. We didn't know what we were doing. We kissed in the hallway and he ran off and that was that.
But y'all are still friends though to this day.
Yeah, we're still friends. Yep.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. All right, question number 2. If you had to wear one outfit from head to toe every day for a year, what would it be? I think I kind of already know your answer on this one, but I'm going to let you answer it.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm trying to think if I'm going to go natural or wear the wig for. Okay, it's going to have to be natural hair.
All right.
First of all, so it'll be my fro, which doesn't come out to play that often. So that a tank top, sports bra, leggings.
I knew it.
The knee, and my Nikes, like my old trusty Nikes.
All right. I knew leggings were going to be in there somewhere. I'm like, she's going to say leggings. I know. All right. Question number 3. What is something you did as a child that your parents don't know about?
What? Oh my gosh, they have no idea. They have no idea that once upon a time, there's a lot of stuff that's coming to mind right now. I don't even know what story to share. One time they were upstairs sleeping. My cousins and I let some boys climb through the freaking window, and we were all kicking it just downstairs while my parents were asleep.
And didn't get caught at all.
No, and the house is not that big, so I don't, like, thinking back, I'm like, I don't even know how we pulled, I'm cracking up. I don't even know how we pulled that off, but yes, like, Yes.
Oh my gosh. I would have been so scared that we would have got caught. I'm like, yo, y'all got 10 minutes.
You know when you are with like those friends though that have that bad influence on you
Yeah.
from like childhood, they were there, my cousins were there, and I like that is not even my stilo. So I don't know what I was thinking because my dad would have killed me.
If he would have found out. Oh my gosh, that's
Yes.
hilarious. All right, question number 4. Do you prefer sex at night or in the morning?
Oh my gosh, night, lights off. I'm like, I like dark. Like, I don't know what it is. I'm not like, I'm not like ashamed of my body or anything like that.
Right.
But I just feel like it's more like sensual and like sexy at night.
Okay. All right. I'm with you too. Well, no, morning sex is better, but I'm going to disagree. Yeah, I would rather have morning sex because I like my sleep. So I'd rather be able to sleep through the night, then wake up, do what I need to do, like, oh, this is great, and then go on about my day. So,
my husband, I mean, he would just choose anything, girl, anything. But I'm like, I don't want to do it in the morning. It's too bright outside. No.
Oh, no, catch me at 1 o'clock at night, please.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. All right, so last question. Would you rather have sex with someone with bad breath or have sex with someone who calls you Love Bunny while doing it?
Calls me what?
Love Bunny. Like, come here, Love Bunny. You're amazing, Love Bunny.
Love Bunny?
Yes.
Oh, gosh, I have to choose the Love Bunny because I cannot do the breath. Like I told you, I wanted to be a dental hygienist before.
Right.
And I would take the Love Bunny for $200, please.
Oh my gosh. Oh gosh, yeah, I'm with you on that one. I would be throwing up in someone's face if I had to smell that every time. Oh my gosh. All right, Rachel. Well, thank you so much for being on the show. You are amazing. I love it. If people want to follow you on your social media, how can you be reached?
I am on Instagram, mostly on Instagram stories at Rachel's Truth Bombs. It's RACHEL, not AEL, not EAL, just EL. I have to be specific with that. And I am also on Facebook. If you look up Rachel G Wellness and Mindset Coach, you can find me there.
Nice. So when's your next Zumba class? Is it on Monday?
Oh, no, girl. I'm glad that it's not. Tuesday night, I will be back in the building with my squad.
All right, cool. All right, Rachel. Well, that was it. Thank you.
All right, guys. Thank you for listening to the Bad and Bougie Moms podcast show. However you listen to our show for today, please make sure that you like, you comment, and you also subscribe so we can get some kudos points, Also, if you'd like to follow us on social media, on Instagram, we are at BADANDBOUGIE Moms. On Twitter, I want to say we are at BBM Podcast, and on Facebook, we are at Bad and Bougie Moms as well. Also, if you would like to purchase a Bad and Bougie Moms t-shirt, you can always go to BritMarsh.com. That's BritMarsh.com. Again, thank you guys.